Hello YouTube, we are on the real programming channel about HTML and CSS for beginners. My name is Andrei and this is our 87th lesson. I greet you, welcome on my channel. And we'll talk about adding a caption, be the browser, and there are no dumb questions. Let's go! So, why isn't here a table column element? That seems pretty important. The designers of HTML decided to let you specify tables by row rather than by column. By notice that by specifying each row's TD elements, you are implicitly specifying each column anyway. What happens if I have a row that doesn't have enough elements? In other words, I've got fewer things than the number of columns in the table. The easiest way to deal with that is to just leave the content of the data cell empty. In other words, you write td/td if you leave out the data cell. Then the table won't line up properly, so all the data cells have to be there even if they are empty. What if I want my table headings to be down the left side of the table instead of across the top? Can I do that? Yes, you certainly can. You just need to put your table heading elements in each row instead of all in the first row. If your th element is the first item in each row, then the first column will consist of all table headings. My friend showed me a cool trick where he did all his page layout right within a table. He didn't even have to use CSS. So straight to CSS jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Using tables for layout was commonly done in the HTML era. Before CSS went friendly, there was no better way to do complex layouts. However, it is a poor way to do your layouts today. Using tables for layout is notoriously hard to get right and difficult to maintain. Instead, it's much better to use CSS and the table display to get the benefits of a table layout without actually creating on an HTML table. This is how we styled the Starbucks page in chapter 11. Tell your friend that his technical is old school and he needs to get up to speed with the right way to do layout. CSS with HTML. Isn't the table all about presentation? What happened to presentation versus structure? Not really. With tables you are specifying the relationship between tabular data items. We'll use CSS to alter the presentation of the table. How do HTML tables relate to CSS table display? HTML tables allow you to specify the structure of a table using markup, while CSS table display gives you a way to display block level elements in a table like presentation. Think about it in this way: when you really need to create tabular data in your pages, use tables. And we'll see how to style this in a bit. However, when you just need to make use of the table-like presentation with other types of content, then you can use a CSS table display layout. Can we use CSS table display to style HTML tables? Well, you don't really need to. Why? Because you already create a tabular structure with HTML. So, as you'll see, you can use simple CSS to style the table however you like. Tables give you a way to specify tabular data in your HTML. Tables consist of data cells within rows. Columns are implicitly defined with the rows. The number of columns in your table will be number of data cells you have in a row. In general, tables are not meant to be used for a presentation. That's the job of CSS. Exercise: be the browser. On the left, on the right, you'll find the HTML for a table. Your job is to play like you're the browser, display the table. After you've done the exercise, look at the end of the chapter to see if you got it right. Okay. city artist. This is our code for this lesson question. Here is just the table HTML. Someone needs to learn how to format here HTML picture. This is draw the table, for example, like this, and adding a caption. You can improve your table your table right off the bat by adding a caption. The caption is displayed in the browser. By default, most browsers display this above the table. If you don't like the default location of the caption, you can use CSS to reposition it. We'll give that a try in a sec. Keep in mind that older browsers don't fully support repositioning the caption. You should always put the caption at the top of your table in the HTML and use CSS to reposition it to the bottom if that's where you want it. Okay, the sites visited. This is our code. Okay. The rest of table rows go here. Test drive and start thinking about style. Add the caption to your table, save and reload. The caption is at the top of the table. It will probably look better on the bottom. We really need to add some padding to the table data cells to make them easier to read, and the border lines are really heavy visually. We could use much lighter borders in the table cells, although it would be nice to have a dark border around the whole table and a splash of orange to match Tony's sides could really pull the whole thing together. Before we start styling, let's get the table into Tony's page. Before we start adding style to Tony's new table, we should really get the table into his main page. Remember that Tony's main page already has set a font family, font size and other styles that the table is going to inherit. So without putting the table into his page, we won't really know what the table looks like. Start by opening Journal HTML and the chapter 14 journal folder. Locate the August 20th century entry and make the following changes. When you finish it, move on the next page before reloading. Okay, this is our code. This is all list of sites. Delete this because we're replacing it with the table. Why this? And the new table goes here. Copying and pasting it from the previous file is the easiest way to get it here. Now let's style the table. Add the new style highlighted below at the bottom of the Journal CSS style sheet file. Okay, at the top here is all the styles that's currently in the Tony web page. We added in the all chapter 8. We are going to add the new style for the tables below it. First, for this, we'll style the table. We are going to add a margin on the left and right and the pink black border to the table. And we are going to move that caption to the bottom of the table. Let's also change the border of the data table cells to be much lighter dotted border in gray. And let's add some padding to the data cells so there's some space between the data content and the border. This rule styles the caption. We are changing the font style to italic and adding some top padding. And talking the styles tables for a test drive. That's a lot of the changes at once. Make sure you save them and should validate as well. And then load the Journal HTML into your browser. Okay, About this, we'll talk about this in the next lesson, and this is concludes our lesson 87. And thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Please put likes, share with friends, comment, and eat fruit, eat bananas, drink more water, and do exercise on the every evening. Okay, thank you. Bye.